And those are some of the words of Tony Bellew as he responds to the idea of Daniel Dubois getting a rematch opportunity against Oleksandr Usyk. And this is what he had to say. He said, quote, "These guys are begging now for the payday because they know who the king is. Usyk doesn't need them. He is the draw in the heavyweight division," with the bomb emoji. And let me counterpunch. You know, what Tony Bellew is saying is absolutely true. I mean, just the pragmatic, in-your-face, raw truth that Usyk doesn't really need them. When he says them, I think he should say him. And him meaning Daniel Dubois. Okay, Daniel Dubois is a guy that Usyk already fought in defending the WBA belt, okay, when the WBA regular champion was Daniel Dubois, and Daniel Dubois then exercised that right to fight Usyk, and that fight happened, and that fight came, and it went. And the verdict was Daniel Dubois quit from a jab. Now, did he redeem himself? Of course he did. I think he redeemed himself by showing that he is not a quitter and taking shots from guys bigger than Usyk. Every one of them were bigger than Usyk, right? He's done that. But does he get 100% retribution? No, he doesn't, because like Andy Lee said, okay, you have to show that same resistance against someone that made you quit just due to frustration. So he didn't get knocked out, but he quit. And the way it was explained from him and Don Charles that Daniel Dubois lost his morale, he lost his momentum, okay? But, you know, and to me, I'm like, okay, you lost your momentum. What kind of shit is that? Like, okay, that doesn't really still mean you should quit just because you lose your momentum. You know what I mean? That means you just mentally gave up and said, "Pow, okay, enough. I'm not doing this no more. I'm get it. I'm out of here. Bye. Let me take a knee." That's what I think that happened with him. So, you know, for that, Tony Bellew is saying, well, hey, he doesn't really need them. Well, I'm kind of baffled to say them, because as long as he's the unified champion, the WBC, the WBA, and the WBO, he needs to defend those belts, okay? Because if he doesn't defend those belts, that means he needs to step down. Because the minute he starts, which I'm not saying he will, but the minute that he starts not fighting mandatories, you know, that means he is holding up the division. The progression of the division is to give the mandatory fighter the opportunity to fight for the championship so they can possibly become a champion. That's how it works. The same happened for Usyk. Usyk exercised the WBO, okay, by becoming the undisputed cruiserweight champion. Then he moved up in weight, and then on the WBO standards, you get an opportunity to be the number one to fight for the WBO. Since the WBO was held by Anthony Joshua along with the IBF and the WBA, he got that opportunity, okay? So everyone else needs that opportunity. So I don't know what Tony's talking about as reference to them, okay? So them, yeah, he does need them because he needs to satisfy his mandatories, you know. But him, yes, Daniel Dubois, no, he doesn't really need him. So if he decided to do something else, you know, he could do something else. But again, I don't think he will, because that's why he's such a likable fighter, because he wants to show people that he still has it. And there's an incentive. If he beats Dubois, he becomes two-time undisputed heavyweight champion. Now, I don't even know if anyone ever done that. You know, the only person that I've seen do that was Lennox Lewis, because Lennox Lewis lost. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Hasim Rahman, then knocking Rahman back out, I think, in the fourth round in the second fight, you know, becoming the two-time undisputed champion in a three-belt era. No one's done it in four but Oleksandr Usyk. Okay? But these guys begging for the payday, I think everyone needs a payday. I think Turkey is giving people payday, so I don't think that that's really too much. I think that's reaching for Tony to say that, you know what I mean? Because Usyk is the king. He is the guy to beat. And I think people are looking to shut him down. And I think people want that Danny Dubois fight based on what they feel that he can do now based on his last few wins. Okay, so they're looking for the solution to Oleksandr Usyk because Usyk is becoming the problem in the heavyweight division. But you guys tell me what you think of Tony Bellew stating that they're begging right now for a match. He doesn't need them. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.